everyone. It is VLCD10 for me, and this morning I had a 1.2 pound release. Woohoo! Pretty nice after yesterday's skimpy wimpy 0.2, right? So that's great. That brings me to, I think, 10.4 or 10.6, one of the two, for this round so far. And then also, I finally got my HCG yesterday afternoon at 3. That was pushing the envelope. It was making me nervous. I didn't hear from my doctor's office, so I called them and asked, did it come in? And she says, yeah, I have it right here for you. So I got there, and then it was a different type of HCG that I've been taking. The label was different. The bottle was different. I normally get 1 ounce bottles. It was a 2 ounce bottle. So, I looked at her and I was like, is this the same? And she goes, yeah, it's the same, just a different label. So, I don't know. I guess I shouldn't worry about it, right? I did compare labels, and there was some things that were different, but basically the dosage amount of HCG was the same. And they both say for professional use only, pharmaceutical grade. So I guess that's what's most important. So, and then obviously it's working again. I don't have hunger, and I still had a release. So I just took a dosage right when I got it, and then I took another dosage before bed. So what else I got for you? Yesterday I finally got a hold of my doctor's office to go in and get that test taken that I was telling you about for that. It's basically a DNA type test for a genetic mutation gene that I could possibly have, and the abbreviation for the test is MTHFR. I went and had the blood draw done for that yesterday. I got my blood labs back from my last round of tests that I'm going to send over to the Barbados clinic today for all my infectious disease, and then looking at other stuff. Oh, so by the way, this was interesting. If you remember, I told you that I had them recheck my thyroid because I was having some heart palpitations, and I thought, oh, maybe now with all the weight loss I can change my thyroid medication dosage, and maybe I was actually getting a little hyper. It was periodic palpitations, not a lot, and I've actually had them, historically speaking. They come and go, they pop up and go, and I mean like over the years, not like daily or weekly or monthly, but like, year, maybe once a year or twice a year I might have issues with heart palpitations. So anyway, my thyroid is fine. It's at a number that it's been for a very long time where I haven't had any heart palpitations. So one thing I did notice, and I'm going to send it over to my naturopath, is that my red blood count was a little bit on the low side. And I did a little research, and they say that could be due to anemia. It could be a couple different things, but one of them's anemia. Well, I was bruised from head to toe like a week or two ago. I was just, everything that I even tapped or touched would give me a bruise. I mean, something as simple as having my nephew on my lap, standing on my lap, like if he pushed down hard enough, that would put a bruise on my leg. So I think it's anemia, but I did read that a low red blood count can actually cause some heart palpitations. So I'm going to let my naturopath, I'm going to try not to diagnose myself, which I have a horrible tendency of doing, and let my doctor take a look at the blood labs and see what she thinks. But I really think that my thyroid is fine. My vitamin D level was great. It's up in the 80s. When I first started, it was down at like 30, which is, even though, and everybody, you guys should know this, even though 30 is within range on like LabCorp or Quest or whoever does your blood test, it'll say it's within range. But most doctors, Dr. Oz, Dr. Hyman, any naturopaths will tell you that ideally you want it above 50 for optimal health. So I was happy to see that up 85. That's the highest it's ever been. It's not too high. It's still in range. Last time I had it checked, it was at like 220 something. So I had to lay off my vitamin D that I was taking. I had to decrease my dosage amount. So I think it's at a good place right now. What else do I got? Oh, we booked our tickets to Barbados. So that's done. I'm very excited. I got to send an email to the guy that we rented the property from, because he said send him our line itinerary, and then he'll make arrangements to meet with us when we get there so that he can do the key transfer and all that. I feel really bad because we're coming in at 10 o'clock at night on a weeknight. So that kind of sucks for him if he's, works a normal job, but that's the best that we could do. We couldn't get an earlier flight in, which we would have really loved to do so that we could have, enjoyed some of that day in Barbados, but we got 2 full weeks, so it'll be fine. And lastly, I have to tell you about this, and I'm trying to keep it short, but 2 days ago on Monday I had yoga, and it was a major milestone for me because I was able to do a pose that I have not been able to do in my 5 to 6 years of yoga practice that I've been doing yoga. I've never once been able to do this pose. And I contribute my inability to do the pose not based on flexibility or strength or anything like that. It was always, I believed, because of my weight. And I do think that when you are bigger, your weight does hinder your ability to do certain yoga poses because the fat gets in the way. And so, I've almost nearly suffocated myself in yoga class before doing certain poses where my boobs are in my face and I can't breathe because it's like, like you're like up, like shoulder stand, your boobs just go up in your face. And I was like, you guys with no chest have no idea how hard it is to breathe when your boobs are like muzzling your nose. So anyway, I digress. I was able to do a extended side angle bind. I've never been able to bind in any poses in yoga, and I did it on Monday, and I was so tickled pink. And I'm going to show you a picture of what this is exactly. And I'm just really, it's like, wow, like I actually hit an all-time low weight ever since I've been doing yoga. Not ever in my life, but since I've been doing yoga. So I am 100% convinced the day I hit my all-time low weight in yoga was the day I was able to do the bind. So if there's any yogis out there, you'll appreciate that. And even if you're a non-yogi, I'm going to put a picture, like I said, to show you what exactly I did. It's not easy. Well, maybe it is easy if you're not fat, but it was never easy for me. And now it's easy for me. Woohoo! So, all right, guys, that's it. Trying to keep it short. Love you. Have a great day. I've been catching up with everybody. Kathy, your hair looks amazing. If you didn't see her vlog yesterday, go check it out. Her hair is looking super sassy now that she's got it down and she knows exactly what to do with it. I'm loving it. And that's about it. So, all right, guys, have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.